Coming up next, I'm going to tell you when you should quit your job. And then our college is preparing you for the actual skills you need. And it's Tuesday Juice Day. It all starts right now. All right, welcome. Here we go. The Ken Coleman Show is coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. And you've joined a conversation about you, specifically who you are. That's what you do best, the work you love to do, and the results that you want to put into this world. That's the who you are. And then we're going to look at that information, or if you know that information, you're going to be able to know what you were created to do, where you can do it, and then we'll figure out how to get there. We've got a clear path for you. They are the 7 stages. Think of them as a mountain climb to your professional pinnacle. Get clear, get qualified, get connected, get started, get promoted, get the dream job, give yourself away. You're going to work like no one else, truly giving yourself away, because the money and the status and all the things that come with success are there. This is about truly leaving a legacy. 844-747-2577. I want to say hi to all of you that are watching live on YouTube and those of you that are watching later. Most of you are watching later. I appreciate that, because I don't want you stealing from your boss and your company. When you're working, you need to be working. But I don't mind if you minimize it and turn the volume up. Hey, fun new segment coming up. Tuesday Juice Day. So I'm always talking about, do you have the juice? The juice is when you have passion for your work. It means you love the work. High emotion, high devotion. Talking about all the time. So we have a fun new little segment where I'm going to review some juice. And we're going to do it on Tuesdays, otherwise known as Tuesday Juice Day. So you don't want to miss my review of this juice. What will it be? How will it taste? All coming up to you a little bit later. I know Nathan's very excited about this. You're going to have your camera skills on, Nathan, today. You never know when I need to zoom in on this camera and really going to tell these people what I think of this juice.
I'll be on it.
You'll be ready. Okay, good. By the way, this is not an endorsement. I am not endorsing any juice or any energy drink. I'm going to truly review it. Now, I can be bought at some point, and I will tell you if someone has bought my endorsement, but only because I like it, all right? I will say this up front, Trevor. I refuse to drink anything consistently, no matter how healthy for me, if I cannot stomach it. I will say that from the outset. We'll see how this all goes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss that. That's coming up right after our break. In about 25 minutes or so, 20 minutes. But first, when should you quit your job? I mean, when is it time? We get this call all the time. I expect that we'll continue to get this call. Ken, should I quit my job? In fact, we get the call so much, we created a great resource you can get at kencoleman.com right now. It's free. It's called the Should I Quit My Job quiz. Should I quit my job? And so this is going to walk you through, it's only about 2 minutes, 20 questions, and you're going to get 1 of 4 reports, okay? But I want to just break this down to a very simple 2-part question that will allow you to not be so scared of making the decision to quit your job. This is a scary thing. People don't like change. So here's the thing. You should quit your job when you should and when you can. When you should and when you can. Ken, when do I quit my job? When you should and when you can. Okay, great, Ken, thanks. That doesn't tell me. Yes, it does. Here we go. The should quit your job comes when you have now realized it has been made very apparent that staying in this job is not keeping you on the path that you need to be on. It is not the present which will keep you on the path to your future. So what that simply means is could be in a situation where staying in this job is not advantageous to your development. You've maxed out, you've got a lid. Maybe they can't promote you, maybe they won't promote you. That could be a very simple reason. Could be that you're just bored out of your mind and there is not another opportunity that would give you the necessary experience you need or the connections you need to keep moving. So ask yourself, if I stay in this job, does it keep me on the path? Because many times we're in a day job. It's not the dream job. That's why the dream job is stage 6 of my 7 stages. There's a whole lot of get promoted, which is stage 5, that gets you to the dream job. So you have to ask yourself, does this current job have me on the path that I need to be on? If it does, then be patient. Persevere so that the next rung on the ladder presents itself. But if it does not keep you on the path, if it's not even the right path, go, oh, it's not the right path. I could get promoted here, but it's not taking me up the ladder I want to be on. Come on, folks. Common sense. Is this current job keeping me on the path, or does it put me in a position to step on the path? If the answer is yes, then you stay, or you find something similar if it's a very toxic environment. But that's the should I quit my job. Now, the can. You don't quit your job until you have something else to step into. So the next step, the next opportunity must be available. There's one asterisk to that piece of advice. If you have the financial wherewithal to where you're not burning through an emergency fund and you can step away and it's not going to financially put you behind, or again, eat into your emergency fund, because you quitting a job is not an emergency. It's not an emergency. So you leave when the next opportunity is available. So, should I leave? Can I leave? Should I leave? Can I leave? 2 questions. Answer those. I just gave you the answers, what you're looking for. I gave you the test. Gave you the answers right there. And when we have a yes and yes, should I leave? Yes. Can I leave? Yes. Now let's leave. And I understand it's going to be fearful. I understand there's all kinds of doubt associated with that. But when you should and when you can, your answers have been taken care of. Stop thinking. Start doing. 844-747-2577 is the number. 844-747-2577. Let's go to Michael in Los Angeles, California. Michael, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Michael. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm Ken. I think you're Michael.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I am Michael. Yeah. I'm just having a question. If I am being, well, for lack of better words, too whiny about quitting my job. What happened was I got pulled from one construction company to this new company with the same CEO, and he told me I'd be getting a part ownership of the company. And after 2 years of working for that company, I come to find out that I'm not getting part of it. I'm doing what I love. It's a lot of video editing, a lot of marketing, but it's now going to work kind of feels like a drain. So
it feels like a drain, not because of the work, but because of the broken promise.
Correct.
Yeah. Have you talked with them about the broken promise? Seems like you have. I'm curious to know what that conversation was like.
Yeah, and he tried to frame it as like it's in order to protect me from liability because I'm significantly younger than him. So I think he's not able to kind of like think that he could manipulate me in some way or something. But it's, yeah. And then I should also mention that it was with my brother, my 2 brothers, and myself that he did all this. And then he completely cut out one brother, even though he was the one that started the whole thing, completely cut him out and then brought us, like the other 2 over. And now he's trying to cut us out too.
Yeah. How do you feel about this guy? How do you feel about him?
Mixed, because he was like a complete mentor to us. He brought us right out of high school, taught us a lot of business stuff. And then it's kind of funny. He's using some of the same like business manipulation tactics that he said for us to watch out on and use them against us. So
how do you feel about him? You're not telling me your emotions. I want to know your emotions.
Very hurt, to be completely honest.
No, that's what I want. I want you to be honest.
Yeah.
What else? What other emotion? Besides pain, there's pain there. What else?
Worried because like as far as consistent backup plans, I don't know, like, because I have a side gig going on and it's actually making 5 times more than my day job, but it's still just more inconsistent.
Yeah,
so
but
like
are you a young man? Sound like a young
yes, sir.
man. Are you married?
No, sir.
So it's just you.
Yeah.
Okay. So my point is I have higher tolerance of risk when I'm a young man who's just taking care of me. So you don't
Really?
have a wife and kids. Do you trust this man still?
At this point, no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
So, and you've had the conversation and he kind of just explained it away. Did you express to him your feelings?
Yes, and of course I accidentally was ridiculous and teared up and everything. But yeah, I expressed it to him. He
How did
was
he
apologetic, but
he was apologetic.
yeah, he was apologetic. But it's
Yeah.
still, now it's to the point where it's like, I don't know if he's going to try it again.
Yeah. All right. So I think it's time to leave, don't you?
Yeah, not putting it all out there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you called me. You were leaning one way or the other. I think it's time to leave. Is that what you were feeling?
Yeah, that is what I was feeling.
So you called to say, hey, Ken, I need to know if you said whiny. I don't think you're being whiny. I think you're hurt. I think you've been betrayed. And I think you see a more beneficial future without this guy. You got a killer side business where you're making 5 times the amount that you're making now. Now, I understand that it's not as steady, but what if you left and you went all in on that? Financially, can you go and can you survive even if you got to get another side gig until the side gig that you're doing really takes off? I mean, what can you do to keep going? Is it going to throw you behind financially?
No, it really isn't.
Oh, well, then we're done. We're done. We're out of here. No, I'm serious.
To preface this, really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Here's what. Now let me tell you what. Now let me tell you what emotions you're feeling. Now, by the way, Michael, you either called me for my opinion because you want me to coach you up, or you don't. Do you want me to coach you, or do you not?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, please.
So it's time to leave. Now, here are the emotions you're feeling. This guy's been a mentor. He's given you and your brothers a great chance. And even though he's also cut one of your brothers out, and I don't know if it was unethical or not, it doesn't even really matter. He's broken trust with you and your brothers. True or false?
Mm-hmm. Definitely true.
Okay. So, but still, you feel like maybe you're a jerk if you leave this guy because he's done so much for you. Even though he's broken your trust and he didn't deliver on what he said, that's what you're worried about. Here's the point. Are you right in leaving, yes or no?
Yeah.
Are you a jerk because you're going to choose to chase your own dream because he broke trust with you? Are you a jerk?
No.
Are you going to be a punk in how you separate from him? You going to act like a punk?
No, not at all.
All right, then. So what are we worried about? If he gets upset at you, that's his problem, not your problem. Are we clear?
Okay. Perfectly clear.
Because, Michael, here's the deal. If you somehow hang on too long with this dude because you don't want to ruffle feathers or you don't want him to think poorly of you, you already are hurt by him. And if you hang on in hurt, that hurt is going to spoil. It's going to be a wound that never gets addressed. And what happens when we have an open wound that doesn't get addressed? Tell me, Michael, what happens to that wound?
Gets infected.
Gets infected. It stinks. It smells. It stings. It hurts. It's a constant reminder. It pusses over. It's disgusting. Is that what you want in your life?
No, not at all.
All right, Michael, this conversation is over, my friend. I want you to leave soon, and I want you to leave well. Leave with class. Leave with love. You don't need to settle the score with this guy, but you do need to move on. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you, Michael. You got this. 844-747-2577. 844-747-2577. Oh, I love this. Rachel's joining us from down under, Brisbane, Australia. This is what I love about YouTube and podcasts. The world is truly flat. I can talk to anybody, anywhere. I love it. Rachel, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
Well, I'm thrilled to, Rachel. What time is it in Brisbane right now?
It's 2 a.m. in the morning.
2 a.m. Boy, I feel lots of extra pressure. You stayed up late to talk to me. How can I help?
Look, I've been working through the career guide, and I feel sort of some confidence around the talent part, but then I sort of feel a bit like I get a bit stuck and I sort of come back to the same place each time or go around to different things. So.
Okay, great. Well, let's start with what you wrote down with confidence, and then I think we can get there. So what did you write down for your top talents?
Okay, so communication. So I've worked kind of with people all different ages, from children to adults. So in different career jobs. So got connecting with people and leadership.
I love it. Okay, so communication is exactly how I would write that down if I were coaching you in a one-on-one session. Connection is the exact word I would use. And then for leadership, I would call that persuasion. Okay. Because that's what leaders do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leaders persuade people to follow them. They persuade people to chase an ideal future. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we're just making these simple words, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But leadership's certainly there.
Yep.
Okay, so communication, connection, and persuasion. Anything else?
Yeah, I've got like organizing, and I don't know if that's like a talent. That's just something
It's absolutely talent.
that fits there or not.
So I would write that down as organization. Fantastic.
Yeah, and sort of simplifying things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that comes out in your
Yeah.
thinking and communicating to people. It's not just like your drawers are organized, your closet. You think in organization and then you communicate that to people. Is that true?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, go ahead. You were going to tell me one other thing.
Yeah, just the last thing was just like I sort of had creativity, and then I kind of put like aesthetic or style in terms of like whether I just sort of do this personally. I've noticed it in some work things too, just whether it's or very detail oriented, whether it's creating like an outfit or if you're doing like a gift for someone and you're putting together all the elements and making it look,
love it.
Really.
So I wrote that down as imagination.
Okay.
At the end of the day, creativity as a talent really is imagination, whether it be clothing, interior decorating, architecture, marketing. Isn't that true? We imagine something. We see it first, and then we begin to design it or decorate it. Is that right?
Yep.
All right.
Correct.
Boy, we're off to a great start. So here's what's fascinating. You got the talent part. Came to you pretty easy. This is what you do best. Now, the passion, which I define as work you love. So a task, a function, a role. You get into the struggle there. You get locked up. And I think that's interesting. So there are clues within talent, because typically we see a connection between the things we are good at and the things we enjoy doing. Do you see that in your life and other people's lives? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take a stab here. I want you to say true or false, and I'm trying to unlock your brain, because what I want you to do is begin to describe to me. I'm going to lead you, and I want you to describe to me a task or a role. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know the difference between a task and a role? Let me tell you what a task is.
So.
A task would be organizing a drawer. If I take you to my house and I say, go organize the junk drawer, that's a task. Yes?
Yes.
If I say I want you to perform this role, I'm going to say, hey, I want you to lead this team in a creative exercise. So the role would be leading. Do you see the difference? So now we're on the same page, yes? Okay. Yeah. So I want you to tell me, I'm going to go through the list of talents. I'm going to read them back to you. And I want you to tell me if there is a task or a role that you would say, Ken, I love this task or this role. I love doing this work. Are you still with me?
Yes.
Oh, Rachel, you ready to have some fun? Your heart's going to start to speak.
Okay.
Communication. When you think of the talent of communication, is there a task or a role around communication that you would say, I love this?
Like serving a guest, like I work in customer service in retail.
Great.
Maybe. Or
well, no, maybe. No maybes. I want certainty. And I love it. Your brain's starting to work now. So when you think of communication, what kind of work around communication do you love? What type of communication work? Think about it. I'm communicating. Oh, gosh. And so customer service is definitely that, if that's what you're saying. That is absolutely a role, right? Customer service. Or it's a task. I'm communicating with people to fix their problem. True or false?
True.
All right. So connection. What comes to mind? A role or a task? With the talent of connecting with people.
I'm just thinking of, I don't know, the people, someone's talking, like someone's sharing something with you and you're just able to connect with them and understand.
There you go. All right. Let's talk about leading, persuasion. Kind of what leading do you enjoy doing? What kind of leadership role do you like filling? Come on. You gave it to me earlier. You started to talk about it and I cut you off. You said, I really am good at leading. So what is that scenario? Leading who? Leading how? Let your heart answer. Stop thinking. Stop worrying about the perfect answer. Go. Say it.
I don't know.
Okay. You do know.
Leadership's a hard one, I guess.
All right. Organization. Yeah. Well, but see, here's what you're doing. You're overthinking. The communication and connecting, communicating and connecting with people, you like to do that in a leadership role when you're leading them by communicating and connecting. True or false?
Yes, true.
How have you done that? Where have you done that?
Like in a training environment, like
I love it. I love
working
it.
with other people, other trainers, and helping them.
Yeah. So there's a role of instruction there, isn't it?
More like maybe a one-on-one or a small group kind of.
Good. Okay, good.
Rather than.
All right. And then organization and imagination. What kind of work around organization and imagination do you love doing? You already began to give me some clues. Say it.
Yeah, I mean, when you said even before, just like organizing your junk drawer or whatever, like I do this. I feel like this is sort of just something I naturally do all the time. Like I just go into my room and do. Yeah. You know, if you can organize this space, like that's just like my place where I just lose myself in doing stuff like that.
That's right. But that's not just you being by yourself all day long organizing things. You would probably lose your mind. True or false?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the people element. So don't get into organizing the junk drawer as I'm passionate about organizing drawers. What you're passionate about is bringing order to something that does not have order. Is that more reflective?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yes. And then the imagination is the creative process. All right. All I'm doing is helping you see there's types of work that you really enjoy doing. Now, do you see it?
Yes.
All right. Now, let's just stop thinking. Okay. I know it's 2 a.m, so I'm trying to get you back to bed. All right. You're on the other side of the world. Rachel, knowing what you know about yourself right now, we just went through talent and passion. We did not get into mission. We did not get into results that you love. Okay, because I think that's going to become apparent to you. I want you to tell me what you would do tomorrow if you knew you could not fail, but you didn't have to commit to it the rest of your professional life. What would you try? Describe the work. Don't give me a job title. Describe what you would be doing most of the day. No, you couldn't fail. Say it. You've already had thoughts. Anybody that's not true. Anybody that's that quiet, that long on the phone, there were thoughts that were racing through your mind, but you don't want to say them. So now you have to agree to let me help you. Because if you don't agree to let me help you, then I'll just say thank you for the call, and hopefully you call me back one day when you're ready to agree. But when I said it that way, you had thoughts that ran through your mind. But what you were doing is you were dismissing the thoughts, doubting the thoughts, fearing the thoughts. Is that true, Rachel?
I feel like it's all open-ended. Like I could feel something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm.
But my point is there are thoughts in your head. Your mind was not blank. So I'm going to say it one more time, and I want you to just blurt it out. Let me do the work of pulling it together. What would you do, Rachel, now knowing that you have the talent of communication and connection and persuasion and organization and imagination, and you really, really, really enjoy serving people and connecting with people and communicating them to help them learn something or do something better? What would you do, Rachel? Forget job title. What would you do most of your day, all day, every day, for a fun adventure if you knew you could not fail? Just let your heart answer it. I've bought time for you. Say what's in your head now. Go.
Coaching people like a life coach.
Interesting. Now, why was that so daggum hard to get out of you? Tell the truth. Why did you struggle to say that?
Because I keep overthinking it. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't know.
Because you're not sure if you can do it. Let's just be real honest. You're not sure if you can do it. Maybe you don't know how to do it. Maybe that's your fear or doubt. Maybe you go, I don't know if I'll be good enough to make a living at it. That would be fear and doubt as well, teaming up on you.
Yeah.
But if you knew you could be successful, you would coach people. Why would you coach people to improve their life? Why?
Because someone coached me.
Now we're getting somewhere. And what happened as a result of that coaching? How did your life change?
Incredibly, because I was in a really bad place. And for a long time, and someone really helped me. A lot of work, but a lot of coaching, and I'd been stuck for a lot of years. But they really
stuck for a
pull me out.
long time, and now your life's better, and you want to help others avoid some of the stuff you went through, and then overcome the stuff you had to deal with. And that's why you would do that. Because if that was a job and that could take care of you financially, you would feel so unbelievably full. And so the results that matter most to you, mission of your work, to you, it's influence. You want to influence people to change their life. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good.
Okay, so here's the deal. You need to do your homework. What certification do you need? What credible certification does a life coach or a health coach or any type of coach need in Australia? We got to figure that out. We're clear. Stage 1 is done. You're clear. You need to learn a little bit more about what the path looks like to success over there. But the reality is that you don't have to quit your job tomorrow. We don't have to throw, wisdom to the wind and just jump and risk. No, we go figure out, how do I become the best life coach possible? And let me start talking to some life coaches, people that are training life coaches. How do they build their business? What's that look like? It's going to take some time. Can I do that on the side? The answer is you can do it because you deeply want to, don't you, Rachel?
Yes.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of it. You need to really remember your why over the next day, 2-3 days before fear and doubt comes in and tries to beat it out of you again. Because I got you to that point on the call, but now you're going to walk back into your life. You're going to go to bed because it's 2 a.m. in Australia. You better wake up tomorrow morning, and here's my homework assignment for you. First thing I want you to do when you wake up tomorrow morning is I want you to get out pen and paper. I want you to physically write. I'm a pencil guy, but not many people have pencils around the house. I want you to write down on paper why you want to coach others. Exactly what I asked you a moment ago, and I want you to write it down so you can see the words. I was here, and a coach helped me believe. I was here, and I took what I learned, and I did it. I want to bring this to other people. Who do I want to coach? Here's what you're asking. And it's in the Career Clarity Guide. Who are the people I most want to coach? What are the problems and challenges I most want to help them with? And then what are the solutions to those problems and challenges? You write that down, and you write your why, and your heart's going to swell. I hope you shed a tear or two, because that's what's going to crystallize all this for you to go, hey, this is why I long to do this. I long to do for others what someone did for me. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. This is not a boilerplate solution, but I will tell you many times when we really discover what we were created to do, we realize the talent, those are the tools. And then when we get into this passion, the work I love, and the results that matter, when you get into those missional results, almost every time, the missional results, the results that you want to put into this world through your work, almost every time, the missional results are tied to some pain or some inspiration in our own lives, or we've seen something and it has shaped us. And we want to produce those same results and give those to others. I'm going to tell you something, folks. That's why I say if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not your why. I'm not saying you got to walk around crying all the time. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that. But I mean, it should move you to the point of emotion, and you display that emotion however you want to. But it doesn't take much for me, and people will tell you in this place. I'll get in a meeting, and I start talking about something, or I'll read an email from a caller, I'll take a call, and I'll go in there, and I'll sit in between YouTube shows and the radio show, and I get a little emotional. Because while I love the work of broadcasting and writing and speaking and teaching and coaching, I love it. I love that work. It is the results, my mission to give people clarity and confidence and courage to become who God created them to be, and let them be free enough to go, this is the contribution I want to make. And they begin to make that contribution, and they begin to make other people's lives better. And I get to be a little itty bitty, eensy weensy, teensy piece of that. Woo! If your why doesn't make you cry, it's probably not your why. There needs to be a deep personal connection to what we're doing. 844-747-2577. All right, quick break. When we come back, it's Tuesday Juice Day. What is that? Why are we doing it? It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll get to In the News as well. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
We were drawn to Christian Healthcare Ministries because we both had young families and we wanted to have more children. And we had also just started a real estate company and needed to find healthcare coverage that would meet our needs.
We were attracted to CHM because of its low monthly costs and the ability to negotiate medical costs down.
Established in 1981 and accredited by the Better Business Bureau, CHM is here to meet the needs of your growing family or small business. Check us out at chministries.org.
We absolutely believe in it.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. Folks, we love to have some fun here. And so the team and I have been talking about this for a while. And I sprung it on Joe. He doesn't have a Nathan. They don't have their fancy graphics and music. We'll work on that theoretically. And I want everybody in the chat room to know you can have some fun with this as well. But I talk about the juice all the time on the program. Do you have the juice? And the way I define the juice, it's just, do you have passion for your work? Do you love the work? And if you love your work, guess what? You got the juice. And I love sports, and so I follow all these coaches and everything. And so they're always talking about the team didn't have any juice today, didn't have any enthusiasm and passion because they don't love the work. So I thought, all right, here's what we're going to do. So on Tuesdays, for who knows how long, maybe we'll get bored and quit. Maybe we'll keep it going. Every Tuesday, Madison, the producer, is going to present to me a juice or a coffee or an energy drink, anything that is designed to give you that extra energy, juice, okay? So here we go. So I've never had this before. Here's my commitment. I'm going to review these juices. I will not endorse. I'm not endorsing. I'm not going to tell you to buy it. I'm going to review it. If it's awful, I'm going to tell you it's awful. So this puts me in an awkward situation because I don't want to be unkind. But I want to review these juices. And I don't have anything to spit into. So my commitment is, no matter how it tastes, and this is not indicative of what I think is going to happen today, but no matter what they put in front of me, because I know you, Madison, and I know Trevor, and I know Nathan, I know Joe, I know Amanda, they're going to have some fun with this. And I will put it in the mouth, and I will swallow it. There will be no spitting out. All right? So here's what we have. Today, Madison, you have me a bottle of, and Nathan, let's go to this camera here. Let everybody zoom in. This is Natalie's. Zoom in here really good. I want to give some love to everybody. There we go. Natalie's orange pineapple. Okay, now, there's only 2 ingredients in this.
Guess what they are?
I'm looking in the back here. Ingredients: orange juice and pineapple puree. So that's nice. I mean, this is very healthy. These are all natural ingredients, no preservatives, GMOs. What does that stand for? Genetically modified what?
That's a good question. Genetically modified organism is what Trevor said.
You think it's organism?
No, it's definitely not organism.
I think you're making that up, Trevor. I don't know what GMO is. That is what it is? There's a man out there in the lobby who says that's what it is. Okay. So no artificial ingredients. Here's something from the website for Natalie's Orchid Island Juice Company. Natalie's Orchid Island Juice Company. And it says here, life is complicated enough. Natalie's keeps it simple, which is why there are never more than 5 ingredients in each juice. No preservatives, no artificial ingredients, no GMOs. Are we sure that GMO is genetically modified organism?
We did a quick Google. We searched it up.
It is organism. Okay. Congratulations, sir. I should have believed you, but I've never met you before. So guy out there just giving me a thumbs up. I don't know if he's an expert. I don't know. Okay. And so there you go. So have you had this before?
I have never had it, but it's very popular around the office.
It's popular here. So this is from the Ramsey Solutions cafeteria.
It is.
Oh, okay. Okay, I want to smell it. Okay, I mean, again, nothing here. It's just pineapple puree and orange juice. I hope it's not chunky. I'm not a fan of chunky. So I hear puree.
If it is, I don't think it's supposed to be.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, swirling that around. I'll tell you what I like. It's got a nice tang to it. It's got some real tang. Now, I grew up drinking the real tang, which is not juice, all powdered sugar. This is nice. It's really refreshing.
Lives up to the hype.
It's really nice. I will tell you this. It's heavier on the orange. I don't taste much pineapple. In fact, truth be known, if it didn't say there was pineapple puree in here, I would not taste the pineapple. So what should I rate this? Should I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? We didn't discuss
1 to 10.
this. 1 to 10? 1 being undrinkable.
Yeah, 1 being throw it out.
Throw it out, and 10
being I want to drink this every single day.
Yeah, like have one of those, like a straw, like one of those helmets, and I have 2 of them on each side. Natalie's Orchid Island Juice Company. I mean, because it's healthy, limited ingredients, none of the preservatives. You got to score it high there. And taste it's really refreshing.
Do you think you could get through the whole thing if it's super tangy?
I think it's fantastic. It's really good. I'm shocked, quite honestly. As a parent, I got to rate it high because of the natural ingredients. I'm going to give it an 8. First one. First rating.
First one, an 8.
I'm giving it an 8 because, again, super healthy. You can't go wrong with it. No preservatives, no GMOs, really tangy. So I think the kids would enjoy it. I think I might have an apple slice with this.
There you go. Nice little healthy snack.
So there it is. First Tuesday Juice Day, Natalie's Orchid Island Juice Company. Let's see. Let's give them some love. I love Natalie's story. It begins in an orange grove, mother pulling her daughter in a red wagon. So there you go. I'm not going to get into the whole story there, but it is a woman-owned, family-operated company. So that's nice. And listen to this. This is in the company marketing here. Natalie Squeeze Fresh Juices seek to share the goodness of honest nutrition and our individual God-given gifts with neighbors far away. How about that? What are the chances? Oh, that's really fun. So that's nice. There it is, folks. So if you have a recommendation, Madison, how will people send in their juice recommendations? Ask at kencoleman.com. Let's do that. You can email ask@kencoleman.com, and maybe they'll put it in front of me, and I'll do a juice review. So there you go. But remember this. While the juice is really good, you really want the juice. Love your work. You got to be doing work you love and producing results that matter deeply to you. That's what will keep you coming in on the hard days, the long days, even the sick days. Is true juice, is passion for the work and missional results. All right, 844-747-2577. It's time for In the News. USA Today reporting, soft skills are essential. Why college may not have prepared you for success at work. Subtitle here of this headline, what employees are seeking most and not finding as often as they like are soft skills, otherwise known as people skills. This is not surprising, which is why from day one of this show, when we talk about talent, what you are good at, we're looking at hard skills and soft skills because people skills are invaluable and employers are saying this. You know what they're saying? We're getting these talented kids out of college who have no soft skills. Another beef of mine with college. I mean, you want to be more relevant, college? Okay, let's talk about teaching communication skills. Let's talk about, and I know colleges are, and I know they're teaching thinking skills. That's why liberal arts are still important. They teach you how to think. I get it. But we need to be more practical, more and more practical in teaching communication skills, in teaching relationship skills, and in teaching thinking skills. Not just critical thinking skills. How about adaptability? Hey, how do I learn how to think under pressure? When something gets pulled out from underneath of me, the carpet gets pulled out from underneath me, what do I do? I mean, you want to talk about a relevant skill. Soft skill is the ability to adapt and to handle change because, change is not fun. It's not fun. So very interesting. I think Ramsey Academy, we're kicking around some ideas. These are areas that, again, young people, you need to be thinking about this. Hey, what are some soft skills? If I go and talk to people that know me well, What are some soft skills that I know I need to get better at? I can develop these skills. These are trainable skills. Do I need to be more compassionate? Do I need to be more empathetic? Those two go hand in hand. What do I need to do in my life? Maybe it's just going and seeing a counselor and go, hey, I'm not very empathetic. Why am I not empathetic? I mean, these are things that like intentionality will get you breakthrough. So there you go. Soft skills are essential and employers are looking for them. All right, my time is almost up. But before I let you go, I want you to remember that you matter and you do have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.